This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com.
Welcome to another episode of Astral Repairs.
Can you dig it?
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 Yeah, check that intro out. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out, guys, girls. You want us to showcase your channel free of charge, of course. Check out the link in the description below. Again, this is free of charge. This is just us good content creators try to help you guys and girls outgrow your channel. Alright, here we are. Part 19, 2003 Jeep Liberty 3.7 engine rebuild. Last episode, we got the Jeep up under the up under our carport, and this episode we're gonna start installing this engine. All right, but before we do that, let me show you some things we got to do. Go over here and grab the camera and come around here. Here's our engine. Got our chain up there. We're gonna have to hook this chain up. Get this uncovered, because I need to pick this up so we can bolt the flywheel and put the new plate on it that we got. And then I'm taking the hydraulic jack is already up under there. You can see it down there. I gotta put a piece of wood on it, put it onto the bottom of the transmission, pick the transmission up, and take this string out of there, cut all that out of there. All right, I gotta get this stuff out of the way. So, let's get that done, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, girls, we're set up. We got our engine in position, our hoist in position. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to do two important things. It might seem kind of like, wow, really, Tim? But you never know. Okay, we got to install our flywheel and our plate right here. And remember when we took the engine out, this bent up and all that. I was like, no problem, we'll just get a new one. Or if you want, you can bend this back into place. But we went right to the dealership. Of course, that was our mistake, if you saw in the video. So, we took care of it. We bought a new one. And believe it or not, this whole plate was just $17, and this is right from Dodge itself. So that's cool. So we got us a new plate. Alright, now the important thing, one very crucial important thing. Got our steps here. You have to make sure that converter is pushed back all the way into the transmission, into the pump of the transmission, or you're going to have some serious issues. Alright, let me change the battery on this camera, and then we're going to get back up in here. We're going to climb in here, and I'm going to show you how to set that. We'll be right back. Okay, change the battery. Let's climb back up here. You gotta climb inside. It's a lot of room, so you got nothing to worry about here. Alright, let's get comfortable here. Okay. No, I ain't okay yet. You want to get very comfortable in here. Even if you can sit down somewhere. Okay, and actually, I can. What the heck? Hit a hose, antifreeze coming out. All right, this converter will spin. Now I can reach back here and I can put my hands way back here, my fingers and all. I know that's too much. So what you want to do is one hand's going to hold here and the other hand is going to spin it. I'm going to set this up at. Spin the converter while pushing back. Put it right there. It's a time-consuming thing, man, but you gotta get that thing to go back. Come on. Oh, man, this camera hitting. Ah, man, this sucks. Let me set this camera up. Be right back. All right, I'm gonna do this by one hand, hopefully. All right, so I got our converter out. Then you're gonna set in 2 slots for 2 steps. One, you're gonna feel it go in, and then you're gonna have to spin it for the pump, because see how the edge of that is? That's gotta go into another shaft, just like the oil pump we did. So first of all, we're gonna go ahead, put this on. Okay, it's up there. Now, spin it. It locked into one place. Now, do this with one hand, guys. You gotta keep doing this until it locks in one more time. There it is, right there, locked into the pump. So you're looking for those 2 clicks. Whew, man, that sucks. All right, we got our harness up here and our dipstick. Okay, we can let that down a little bit once we get the engine in there. All right, let's get out of here and put the engine up on the hoist and change that flywheel. I mean, put the flywheel on. Be right back. All right, got my hoist hooked up to the engine. I got it picked up a little bit. You can see I got the engine stand off the ground. The next thing I want to do is separate it. Separate the engine from the engine stand. Pull out my plug here. Pull out a pole. And see if we can take that off of there like that. Get this out of the way. Damn, crummy wheel came off. Dang it. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Next thing we're going to do is let's take off our bracket now that goes to the engine stand. Be right back. Alright guys, let's get this thing off of here. Did I just hit something? Okay, no good. Looks still good. Okay, last bolt. What the heck, man? Stuck up there. Okay, I'm gonna put this away, and then we're gonna get ready to put on our flywheel. Be right back. Alright guys, we're ready. The next thing we're gonna do is put on our new bracket, new brace here. And I know our starter goes on this side, so there's our starter hole right there. Right there. There, that's great. You know, it should be some kind of like something to hold this in place, man. This sucks. What the heck? That's what messed the thing up, taking it out. Alright, let's get our flywheel and put on. Now on your flywheel, it's going to have 2 sides. One side is flush right with the teeth, and the other side, it's got an indentation. You just see where the weld is. That part with the weld is, you want to make sure that's out facing you, out here facing the back. All right. Now to line this up, you'll see a little bitty hole right there. That little bitty hole. Now on the crankshaft, you'll see a big hole. You see one right there, and you'll see another one right there. That little hole is going to line up with one of them. Now if you put it right here, line it up with that hole, the rest of them don't line up. Turn it around, line them with the other one, bam, they're all lined up. Great, that looks good. All right, so let's back out. The next thing you want to do is you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 17mm bolts. So we're going to install those, but you don't want to install those just yet. What you want to do is get you some thread locker. I'm going to put that through a little thread locker on there because you do not want those bolts backing out. And actually, if you look at it, look at each bolt, you'll see a little blue up there. It had thread locker on there. So what I do here is take our cap off, put a little thread locker on it, and get that bolt started. Alright, let's do the other ones. All 9 bolts. You want to do this kind of quick. You don't want to get that thread locker time to dry up. Then you'll be looking crazy in the face. Calling me, Tim, I got a problem. Bolts won't tighten up. My flywheel's wobbling back and forth. Help. You guys are funny, man. Alright, I'm sitting here laughing and talking with you. We better get these bolts in here. Alright, we got our thread locker up there. Let's close this cap off. And what I'm going to do is get me a 17mm 1/2" drive shallow socket with about a 1-inch extension. Go in there, tighten those bolts up. And I'm going to tighten them up crossways. I'm going to keep going back and forth. Bam. Done. That is perfect. Look at that. This is ready to go in. I still wish there was something. Well, I guess it's not going to come off because the flywheel is holding it in place. But, I don't know, man. That just makes me nervous. Alright. Our next thing, guys, is we're going to set this camera up. And we're going to start bringing this engine in. Whew. Let's do it. We'll be back. Okay, the first thing I want to do, now our engine can shift a little bit. We can turn it a little bit if we have to. What I want to do is bring the engine close to the vehicle. Dang it, man. This thing is pushed over already, man. I got to slide this thing over. Okay, now we're going to start jacking it up until it clears the radiator support. Just want to go high enough just to clear it so we can start pushing this thing back. This is going to be a little problem because you can see our engine is twisted, but I'm going to work with that. I'm definitely going to work with that. Alright. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. Looks like we're clearing it. It's a lot of weight holding up in the air. A lot of weight. Alright, let's push back. Still way over, man. This is bogus, man. I gotta get a thing and slide this engine hoist over some. Look at that, man. Alright. Yeah, I gotta move our engine over this way a little bit. What I'm gonna do is lower it down just a little bit. I don't like that thing way up in the air. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna get up under it. I gotta move my jacks, our engine hoist. Get like get a bar and pry it over a little bit. Because you can see I'm not lined up at all with this. I definitely gotta move over. No problem. Alright, so let's do that and we'll be back. Alright guys, we got it pretty much lined in. And what you do, when you got a problem with this, just take your pry bar, stick it up under there, and just pick up on it and push it over. Manhandle. That's right, handle. Old school funk says. Alright, so we're gonna turn our engine like this. Yeah. There we go. Man, this thing don't give you like no room in here. So we're gonna start lowering this down, and at the same time I'm gonna hold this engine from going crooked. So let me set you up over here and get so you can get a good look at it. We'll be right back. Alright, hope you got a good look right there. So I can be hands free on this. Very careful, just go down a little bit at a time. I just felt something hitting towards the back. I do got a little room in the front and I can pull this back forward if I have to. Damn it, man, this thing's... Huh. Go figure. Huh. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to pull this forward just a little bit. Alright. Drop down a little bit more. Okay. Forward a little bit more. Everything is looking good. Let's continue to go down. This thing is crooked as all heck. Let's get down there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You want to make sure everything is out of your way. Go down a little bit. Make sure everything's out of the way. Nothing's binding up anywhere. We're looking pretty good on this. You know what? I think I might pull it forward, pull it out a little bit. Feel like I'm touching something over here. Alright, gotta drop down a little bit more. Guys, this is coming out perfect. Look at that. Looks like it's in there already. Alright, my next thing is I have to get back here and I gotta make sure I'm gonna glow down and I'm gonna get me a bolt in so I can line up that transmission to it, get a bell housing bolt in there, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, I would say it took me about 20 minutes for getting up under it, lining everything up, and I finally got the upper bolts in there. And this one over here, had to make sure my transmission dipstick was in there. And I gotta move this harness out of the way. Get up in here, man. This is focus, man. I'm astral. Heck, I ain't supposed to be going through this. And there's our other bolt right there. Alright, now what I'm gonna do here, I got those started in, but everything is still up in. I had to drag my transmission down just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do now is take my 14mm speed wrench and I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna slowly, if I get to it, bring them in. And you can see my transmission is closing in over there. Alright, but there's an opening over here. So what I'm going to do is get this harness out of the way or something. And I'm going to go over here and get this one going in. If I can get onto it. Alright, let's tighten those up and bring those in. And bring this transmission in close. Be right back. Alright guys, we got both of those bolts tightened up, the two 14mm. Now we have our other bell housing bolts right here. So what I'm going to do here, our mounts lined up. You know, it's a good time to look at that now, isn't it? What the heck? I mean, they got to be lined up. Yeah, look at that. That's going down there perfectly. Let me shift that bolt. Pull over that bolt a little back, just a little bit, so it can go down in that slot. And what I'm gonna actually do now, because we pretty much got that part situated. Let's drop the jack we got from the backup from the transmission. Let's take that out of there, so we can give us more room to get those bolts in there, because once we get those converter bolts, them bell housing bolts in, we can let our engine down and get this hoist out of here so we can get some room up under here. So let's take that out. Let's take that jack out of there. Right back. Alright guys, we got the two bolts on the top tightened up. Now we got our other four right here. Let's go up under here so we can get this hoist out of the way so we can work with this. And ouch, dang, I hit my head up against the dang jack, man. I gotta move these jacks, man. Dang it. Alright, where the heck these bolts go at? One way up there. And then one backwards. Get over here. Okay. Let's go up this way. Wow, this sucks. Okay, I got a 16mm bolt. Go through the back end. Over here. Okay, we got one. We're gonna tighten that up. And now on the other side over here, I can see it way up there. Man, it's gonna suck. Alright, so it's got our bolt right here. Oh, wait a minute, I can probably reach it right around this way. Get this bolt started. Up there. Oh man, I can reach it. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. Who's the man? All right, I got that bolt in right there, and I got it actually started going all the way in. Now this one right here, let's bring this one all the way in. Perfect. Perfecto. There's our mount. You can see it's right there. It's still got to drop down and get this engine hoist out of the way. I'll be all right. All right, let's get our bolts on the other side. Get those in, and then we'll be right back. Hey guys, I wanted to show y'all something over here. Got the music playing thing. I better hurry cut that off before Google gets me in trouble. But I got a bolt over here that I gotta get, and I'm gonna show you a little trick. See, I can't really get my hand up in there to get that bolt in there. I'm gonna show you a little trick. Be right back. All right, when you get a bolt like that, it's hard to get to. The best thing to do is leave it out. No, you don't leave no bolt out. All right, got my long extension. This is gonna be very important. On this part right here, make sure you get you a long 3/8 drive extension, or get a few of them stick together. And I got my swivel 14mm socket on the end. And what I'm gonna do here, set this down like this, take a little piece of paper, a little piece of grass or dirt, anything, as long as it holds it in place. Put it right about there. Take the bolt, stick the bolt in place, and check that out. See that? Now, we can go up under there. I'm gonna take the ratchet off. It's better to start this by hand. Let's get up there and show you how I get this. Okay, our bolt is somewhere up there, right by where the plug is for the O2 sensor. Let's get that out of the way, and you can see it right up there. So what you do is get your extension. I should have moved these jack stands back some. And let's get this over here. Got it. Alright, see that? Then you start it and get that tightened up. Alright? See, the extension is way down here, so I got enough room to get my ratchet on it and tighten that up. Alright, let's tighten that up. And then what we're going to do is let down the engine. And you can see this side already here, the motor mount's already set in. So we're going to let it down and take our hoist from out of here. Be right back. Alright, that part is complete. The next thing we're going to do, now we know that engine, that mount is already lined up. Let's check out this side right here. And that one's up in the air. Let's let this down, and it should drop right into place. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. It didn't drop into place like I wanted it to. Let's put a little tension on it. Get over here. Let's see what the heck holding this up. Dang it, it's crooked. Dang it. Pick that up again. Alright. What the heck is it? Alright, let's drop this down slowly. Oh, so many bruises. Okay. Dang it. Dang it. Ah. All right. Gotta get up under the car. Gotta get the thing out. And get a pry bar and pry that mount over a little bit. Right back. Okay. Now, let's go over here. What I need to do is get me a pry bar right between here. Pry that piece forward. Bring that engine forward a little bit. So I can keep it in there. There we go. Alright, now we're going to lower it down and get that thing set in there. Now we're good. Down a little bit, just a little bit. Still going, okay. Okay, let's let it down a little bit more. My handle, just doing some one-handed recording. Okay, let it down a little bit more. Alright guys, I am going to take a break. I gotta get up under here because I may need both my hands to do this because this thing is still. Right back. Alright, got it set in. Had a do a little pry bar action. Alright, the next thing I'm gonna do, let's lower this down. We're gonna lower this engine completely down. Take our hoist out of here. Take our chain out of there. And what I'm going to do here is tighten up the motor mount bolts. And I want to jack this car up more, get up a higher jack stand, get the jack stands up higher, because I want to be comfortable when I go up there to finish up. Now, according to the party line, we took the stuff off up here. But I think what I want to do is finish up the bottom and get that out of the way and save up here for another episode. You know, get all this out of the way, get that out of the way. So let's get that done. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we got it jacked up. We are looking good. Right, Chris Fix? We're looking A-OK. Yeah, I think I listened to Eric the Car Guy too much. He said stay dirty. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's get up under here. Next we're gonna do is, you see over there, you see 4 bolts. That's for the converter. We're about to do the converter. Alright, so what we got up here, we got a, you know, this is bogus. Let's get over this side. Here we go. All right, get the power steering pump out of our way. All right, and what I got here, I gotta get some more extensions. What I got is my, whoa, what the heck? That zoom out so much. All right, what I got here, my 21mm 1/2-inch drive with about a 5-inch extension. And I had to get a little bit more extension to go into the other end of it. I don't know why I got the wobble in there. I don't know what the heck wrong with me. Matter of fact, let's change this around. Just so, let's put the wobble on this end. Get that like that. Alright. So let's get this up there. Great. And okay, and on the other end of this, you're going to have your 1/2-inch drive ratchet, and you're going to be tightening. And this is a good time to explain to you why haven't he put the spark plugs in yet. Because with the spark plugs out of it, it makes it very easy to turn the engine, because you're not building up, you're not going against no compression. And the slide back here, and you can see our flywheel right there, and there's one bolt right there. I didn't put it in yet, but there's the hole. But we need them to be over here, be easier to get. Alright, so we're going to sit here and turn the engine. Dang it. Okay, let me get that. Let me get a bolt, bring a bolt around to that point, and then we'll be right back. Alright, got the bolt hole lined up. And what I need to do now is turn that flywheel, the converter, to get one of those bolts lined up, which is not going to be too easy. I can put my finger between here, or what I can do is go up here where the starter goes, reach my hand on the outside, and I can touch the rotor. I can touch it right there, but still I gotta find out where a bolt gonna line up at. So can't film this at the same time, guys, so I'm gonna have to put this down, put the camera down, and put my light right there. If this light will stay there. Yeah, that's good enough. You figure you find something good enough, and then all of a sudden it messes up and don't do nothing. Alright, so I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna try to get one bolt started Be right back. All right, guys, I got one started. That bolt's in there. Now what I'm going to do now is go back and keep turning the engine around to get the next one lined up. That bolt is not tightened up yet. I just got it in by hand. And, let's get them other three in. Be right back. All right, guys, we're looking good. There it is. All four's in there. The next thing I'm going to do is take my 18mm wrench. Get some light up in this place, man. Dang it. All right. I'm going to take my 18mm wrench, and now I'm going to go in there. And we're going to tighten up each and every one of these. And you could probably get a ratchet in there too. But you know, I'm gonna try to get a ratchet here. I ain't gonna sit here and do this. I ain't gonna sit here and do this. Let me get a socket and see if it fit in there. Be right back. All right. Got my 18mm 3/8 drive. My long 3/8 drive ratchet. And let's get up in here and see if we can get that bolt. Oh yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. Now, to get these tightened up, you get them as tight as you can, and then you gotta hold the ratchet up in the front, that's turn the engine, that's stop the engine from turning. Dang it. And really wear down there and tighten it up. All right. Let's get those 4 done, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got all 4 converter bolts done. We're looking good. The next thing we're gonna do, we got a brace. Big brace that goes right below here. Let's go get that brace and install it. And what I might do here is we're gonna put the starter in, but don't bolt it up yet. We're gonna put the starter in and let it hang over to, you know, hook up the wiring to it. Just let it hang to the side, because we had a hard time. I had a hard time getting the clamp, the bolt over here. So if I could do that now with this room, that'd be great. But first, let's get this bracket on. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here's our bracket. We got 8 15mm bolts. Throw that bracket up under there. And here we go. Okay. So this bracket's gotta sit right between here, just like this. Alright, so let me get a bolt in there to hold it in place, and then I'm gonna show you. Be right back. Alright, guys, you can see we got 2 bolts in, holding the bracket in place. Actually, I might bring those in to bring this back like that, but let's get some more bolts here. We got 3 on each side. Got 1 going this way. Okay. We got 2 right there. And then on the other side, we got the 2 right there, and then 1 going that way. All right, let's start these bolts in, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, all our bolts are in. The next thing we're gonna do is tighten them up. And what I'm gonna use here is a 15mm shallow 3/8 drive socket. And you can use a regular 3/8 drive ratchet, but what I'm gonna be doing is using my air ratchet. And then, to get to the 4 that's straight up there like that, we're going to be using an extension. I am going to be using a 9-inch 3/8 drive extension to get those in there. Let's see. Right around here. Yeah, I'm just bringing them in snug just a little bit, because we want to make sure that when we tighten up those other ones up there, it brings that bracket up and everything tightens down evenly. Alright, so let's get that done and we'll be right back. Guys, the bolts are tightened up. The next thing we're going to do is, just like I said, we're going to get our starter. We're going to bring our starter in there, but we are not going to bolt our starter up yet, because we want to make sure we get to that clamp on this. Dang it, that catalytic converter over here, they sucked. They little suck coming out. It ain't going to suck going back in. Alright, let's stop playing around here. Let's go get our starter. We'll be right back. Alright, here's our starter. We got to put that in there. Now there's a heat shield that go on here. Very important to make sure you put that heat shield back, or you will burn that starter out from the heat from that catalytic converter. All right, I put my bolts in there because again we're not going to be bolting this in. We're just going to be putting this in there. And we got a nut and a lock washer, 13mm deep socket, 1/4" drive. Let's get up under there, slide that starter. Throw this under there like you did the bracket. Okay, let's get up under there. And there's our harness right there. And the harness, you notice, the harness is already positioned exactly where it's going to go on the starter. So, I'm going to get that in there just like that. And let's hook that wire on. We'll be right back. Alright guys, I got it in there. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and put that starter up in there, man. I'm going to have a hard time getting that bolt on the top. But heck with it. And that way, I can tighten up this wire so it can go where it's supposed to be at. Alright, so we can get that up there. Let's get our 2 bolts. Put the starter in. Get them started. Let's see if we can get your bolt over here and you can see it. Okay. Alright, so in that way when I put the starter up, I can position this wire where I want and get that tightened. Alright, so let's get the other bolt in. We'll be right back. Alright, got them started. Let's get them tightened up. Let's see, they look 15mm. Still got my 15mm over here. Need some air. Alright, so I'm gonna get some air. And this one I might have to use a little longer extension. Oh no, that's right. I can go to this. Just move it over to the side. Alright, let me get some air, tighten them up. And then we're gonna take our 13mm deep. Let's get a little light back here. There we go. And we're going to position this wire over to the side so it's away from that cat. Position it over just like that. Tighten that up, and we have our little connector here, little S wire. Around here. Clip you on. Well, let me tighten that up before we do that. All right, so we're going to tighten that up, clip that on. Tighten these 2 up right here. And then we're going to get our heat shield. Very important. Get our heat shield. Be right back. Alright guys. Let's get up under here and get comfortable. Get us a little light. Alright. We are looking alright. I guess. I don't know. Next thing we're going to do, we got this little bolt right here. Let's take this little bolt out. And let's get our heat shield. And it looks like you got another bolt, so we're going to find another 10mm bolt and put it in there. But you see how that thing protects everything? You definitely want that in there. You know what? Let me put this down. I'll be right back. Alright guys, our next thing is the suck part. Our catalytic converters, because these converters are held on by these clamps right here. That you gotta hook this clamp on, and then you gotta somehow get up there and tighten up that 10mm nut right there. And that thing on the driver's side, I had such a headache of getting that in there. So this part, I'm gonna bring it up there, but I'll try to show you how I'm gonna get in there and tighten it up, but that's gonna be a nightmare and a half. Alright, we'll be right back.
Alright, this is the end of part 19. Stay tuned for part 20 to see what's coming next. Hope you enjoyed watching him do all the work.
I don't even like doing it. I don't like doing it. Why would
Yes,
they watch?
you like it.
No, man. This thing on.
Don't listen to him. He likes it. All right. So if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post them below.
Go Team Timmy.
And we're gonna start this again.
Just saying.
We're gonna post it below in the comment. Oh, see, now you got me all confused. If you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy.
Team Timmy.
At tim@astralautorepairs.com.
Timmy.
I'm just gonna let him go ahead
Okay.
and keep saying that because I know which team is better, so it's okay. If it makes him feel better,
It does.
It's all right. So, hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.